What's your breakdown?
Did not like the way we started the game. Called that quick timeout. Their first 9 points were all in our paint at the rim, dunks or layups. And we had talked a lot about that going into this game. Against them, you have to protect the paint, protect the rim, too athletic. They scored 16 points in the paint in the first quarter. They scored 10 for the rest of the game. And our defense obviously got a lot better after that first timeout in the first quarter. I love the fact that we shared the ball. Previous basket, 12 assists, 0 turnovers. As a team, we had 28 assists and only 12 turnovers. And on the road, you have to be able to take care of the ball and not beat yourself. And I thought we did a good job of that tonight. I thought Marcus Thornton gave us a nice lift throughout the game, rebounding, doing different things, scoring. DeMarcus setting the tone in that third quarter in the paint was impressive. Patrick battling. I mean, it was just a good, solid win on the road. Finished up the preseason at 5-2. Held that team to 39%. We've done a good job. We've come a long way. As I keep on saying, we have a long way to go at the same time.
Isaiah, 27 points off the bench. Talk a little bit about his play.
I mean, the last 3 games, he's been, mighty Mike. That guy's got the biggest heart in the league. He comes in, he changes the complexion of the game. I told him today, Isaiah, you're a starter in the area. You can start on a lot of teams, in my opinion. What I love about him, he comes into the game behind Grievous, and instantaneously the game changes. He speeds the game up. He gets into the ball. Jamal Crawford was having his way a little bit with Ben. I put Isaiah on him, and I think he fouled him a few times, but he did a good job of getting into him and making Jamal a little bit uncomfortable. I mean, Jamal's a premier scorer in the league, but I thought Isaiah embraced that challenge and did a pretty good job as well. But, I mean, what's not to like about Isaiah? The last 3 games, he's been spectacular.
Ideally, you wouldn't want your two bigs to have 3 fouls each, but was it nice for you to have a situation where you see both of those guys have to go out and see how Chuck and Travis and JT handle that?
Definitely. Obviously, you don't want like you said, Jason, your starting front court to get 3 fouls apiece early. But I give the guys that came in off the bench, Chuck, Jason, we played Travis at the 4 tonight. They did a good job coming into the game, and they got extended minutes. So when one man goes down, another man's opportunity to come in and hold down the fort, and those guys did that tonight.
Was it important for you to see Marcus have a game like this scoring-wise, even though you are familiar with him?
Yeah, it was good to see. I mean, he's been working hard, and at halftime he had 5 rebounds. He led us in rebounding at the half. So for me, it's not just the scoring. I know Marcus Thornton can score the ball. He's proven that every year he's been in the league. It's will he buy into the defensive end of the floor? And to his credit, he's done that. He's tried to defend within our team rules. He got on the glass tonight, did a really good job rebounding. So it was great for him to have this game heading into the season opener.
What do you like? I mean, it seems like Isaiah has a real grasp when he's in there with the second unit. Like, he's got a leader, and he really gets those guys playing at a fast pace. Is that something when you look at how you set up the rotation, having a guy who can come in and do that?
Yeah, I mean, as I said earlier, he comes in, not only does he run his team, he's vocal, he gets guys in the right spot, but he just changes the whole dynamic. I mean, obviously you have a great complement between Grievous, who has size and is slower. Then you have Isaiah, who's smaller, who's got great quickness. So it's like a change-up pitcher. We hit him with slow and steady to start off with great size, and then we bring in Isaiah, and all of a sudden that game speeds up. We had over 20 fast break points tonight, which is great. And then the thing that I loved about it, this is the second game in the preseason where we had 28 assists. The Laker game being the other one. So we're moving the ball, and we took care of the ball, especially coming off that Golden State game where we threw the ball all over the gym. Tonight we valued it on the road to beat a good team.
Coach, you made that as a point of emphasis, and I got to tell you, you can tell us how important it is for you to, harp on that, and then they go out against a good team and are able to do those things.
Well, it's anytime they can go out there and execute the game plan or the points of emphasis, it's nice to see. And we have to do that. I don't care who we play. We cannot be a team that beats ourselves, especially on the road. People always say, well, how do you win games on the road? Well, it's impossible for us to beat the Clippers and ourselves in the same game. You can't do it. And the last 2 road games, in Portland, we only had 7 turnovers. Tonight, we only had 12 turnovers. Now, obviously, we'd love to get that last game back against Golden State, but we won that game against Golden State because in the fourth quarter, we only had 5 turnovers. So valuing the basketball, not beating yourself, relying on your defense, rebounding. We did a great job in the glass tonight. We rebounded them, so definitely a lot of positives, but a lot of room for improvement and growth from now until opening night and the rest of the season.
All right, great.
Thank you.